Welcome to the rig walkthrough for the blockchain brawler characters brought to you by Wax and Hashbang Games. You'll see that we don't have a typical bone structure of a typical rig where it just goes from the root out to all the limbs. We've actually got a bunch of these intermediary bones. Right now we've got the logo down here at the feet. I'm going to introduce you to the attributes here on the master controller. And at the very bottom, because we're going to work our way from the bottom up, you're going to see this attribute called logo clean. Now right now it says solid, but if I change that to clear, the ability to grab those animation controllers is a lot easier. So I can easily just grab them, and right now our legs are set to FK. And if you don't know what FK and IK is, it's forward kinematics, meaning the body motion comes from the body root and goes out of the body. We also have, on these legs, fully workable IKs. IKs is motions coming from the floor up, rather than the belly button out. We do have a toe control. The toe control also works as an aim. You can do that toe roll pretty easily with using those two toe controllers. The next controller up the leg here is we run into these little yellow guys. Let me hide the mesh here. Those are the pop joints. Now they'll actually say pop, and the reason why I call them pop joints because that is where the limb can pop off of the body. Right now, if I move the waist as I did earlier, his legs stay attached. But what if I was to take this leg here and detach it? I'm gonna leave the left leg attached, and I'm going to detach the right leg so you can kind of see the difference, right? So we can unattach these limbs. You have your shimmy, so we got a shimmy, and then you can use the pop joints to do that typical like Ken doll twist so that he separates from his underpants here. We can have fun little cartoony moments where his lower half keeps walking but his top half just kind of looks around like, what's wrong? The spine works typically like any other spine would. No tips or tricks there. They just kind of do their thing. We have these lovely pec controllers. They, as you would assume, control the pecs. Again, we also have the pop joint, which will completely remove the head. That can be attachable, detachable. Everything can detach and not actually drive anything in any particular way. So we have a swivel right here. And then we also have just your typical like right under the ear head tilt. Let's continue down and talk about the arm. We've got our lovely floating controls for our fingers. They do the finger things. You've got your base. So the thumb is a 3-joint because you've got your back in the hand here, you've got your first knuckle, and then you have like the very tippy bend. But every other finger is a 2-bend finger. We're going to talk about the arms. Let's say you wanted to do like an extreme kind of pose. We're going to lift up that clavicle. Notice how the arm is, well, it's in the detached pose, but even in the attached, even when it's attached to the body, which will raise it up, we can still take that and I can still push that pose. If I really wanted to bring that arm up and kind of really get that arm up there and give me a little bit cleaner of a silhouette. I actually really like being able to move this arm where I want it. It allows for some really nice exaggerative poses. Like if you was to throw a really strong punch, you can have that arm kind of pull back off the body just a little bit during the actual swing and then snap forward, which would help emphasize how much of the punch. Like you're breaking the body, you're breaking the bones, which happens a lot in extreme poses for animation. All right, let's do the face controls. So what you're going to see here is we've got a bunch of controls over here on the face. We'll start with the jaw control. The jaw does some jaw control. We've got minimal facial controls just because their faces are plastic and there's not a whole lot of expression, but we do need some expression out of what we have. So we can control the cheeks a little bit. Yeah. And we can rotate the jaw. We can translate the jaw. All right. We can actually do the same with the teeth. So the teeth can be moved around inside the head. The mustache is movable. Boop. The eyes will blink. Those are fun little, and they're set up so that you just use the one. Boop. The hair is also controlled by this controller. There you go. That is the rig. That's our Blockchain Brawlers rig. That's how you use it. So I hope you guys have fun animating, and I hope this rig behaves for you. Thank you.